Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the Blazers versus Spurs NBA matchup on Thursday, December 28, 2023. Of course, we do tons of free picks at Pickdawgz, and if you like our free picks, you'll love our premium picks. You can find them under the premium picks tab. We also have the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. Those are meant for people who make big bets. If that's you, go ahead and text that number that you see on the screen. They're not available on the website. You got to text that number. But let's get to this one. It's the Blazers taking on the Spurs, and the Blazers come in 8-21 on the season, just 2-8 straight up in their last 10 games, but 5-5 against the number over that span, while the Spurs 4-25 on the season, and I think one of the worst teams in the NBA. I know we can sit here and argue about the Pistons, who absolutely historically level stink, but at the same time, I think the Spurs might actually be worse, because I think the effort that we see from the Spurs on a nightly basis is nothing short of pathetic, because that all happens on the defensive side of the ball, and that's where we see the Spurs just absolutely be a turnstile sieve of a team, and I don't even know what they're doing out there, to be honest. They just certainly don't even try. You know, the whole story coming into last game was Wembanyama and how he stepped on a guy in the pregame warm-ups and he hurt his ankle and all that other stuff. It's all just blowing smoke about a team that's really bad. And I mean, he came out, he played in the game, -9 in his 24 minutes, and you know that's what he's been. He's been a 24, 25-minute guy. He doesn't have the help on this team, so it's not like we've been able to see the very best of Wembanyama. But it's clear at this point in his career, he's not a guy that can carry a team on his back. And we look at it, 24 and a half minutes, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 5 on the defensive end, 4 assists, 1 personal foul. I mean, that's just a lack of effort, and really, not a guy that's going to get it done. Will the Spurs get a top 3 lottery pick this year? Well, at the rate that they're playing, they're certainly playing themselves into that type of position, and there's a lot. This draft that's coming up for the NBA is super deep, so it might not have that top end Wembanyama type draft pick there, but there's a lot of guys to choose from. So it'll be interesting to see how the Spurs handle that, or if they trade the pick and see if they can get a couple picks up in that top 10 range for it, because man, there's going to be some guys that I think a lot of guys that can help them. Meanwhile, the Blazers, coming off a nice win against the Sacramento Kings, 130-113, was a big upset in that one, a game that I was surprised to see the Blazers do anything in, because they haven't been very good this season. And, what we've seen from them is, their first-round pick, Scoot Henderson, just really falling short of expectations as well. But he did have 17 points, so maybe he's starting to turn a corner, but the expectations of him have been lowered, so maybe that's what he needed. And I think the jury is still out on him, but at the same time, we haven't seen the guy that you would expect at that high of a draft choice, especially considering who they passed on to take him. But at the same time, I just think, like I said, I think fading the Spurs just seems to be a solid strategy this season. I just can't bet on teams that don't play defense at all. You have to at least fake it and try, and the Spurs don't even do that. They make this Blazers defense, which is pretty pathetic, look fairly good. And one thing we know about the Blazers, at least they guard the perimeter like no one's business. Second best in three-point shooting against. I'm going to take the Blazers in this one, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.